Yeah! What it YouTube? It's your boy KP back with another video chat. We got NBA 2K25. Complete gameplay breakdown. I saw that I was trending. I was like, bet, let me go react to it. Yo, I'm grinding this game, chat. I'm sorry. I don't care if I got one viewer in here, bro. I'm grinding this game. Feel me? F Fortnite, F Roblox, F all of it, bro. I'm grinding this game, chat. Okay? Alright? You feel me? Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new. Join the crew. Let's see what it do, chat.
New dribbling system, including speed boosting. We've got the new go-to shots that can lead to
LeBron James!
insane greens. We've got the shot rating you need to green consistently. We've got the mid-range game covered for all you midi magicians out there. We've got the new rhythm shooting system. And for all you slashers, we've got a detailed meter dunking breakdown. We're gonna cover the all-new shot contest system.
How you got paid from 2K?
And for all the centers, we cover the standing dunks and the paint match. We've got Devin Booker floaters, we've got scoopers, everything you need to know about
2K. You think because you changed the little what's it called up there? The 20 where it says 20 points, 1 rebound, 0 assists. You think because you changed that format, it's a different game, bro? The game looks the same every year. This game hasn't been the same since 2K16, bro. When is y'all going like take notes from the old games and be like, okay, let's implement this to this year's game? Like, I'ma still buy it, but it's like you losing customers, gang. You losing customers. Feel me?
About layups. We've got everything from paint defense to perimeter bumps to bump steals. Lockdown, stay tuned. Of course, we're gonna break down post scoring, and spoiler alert, it's really good again. We've got ankle breakers, blowout dribbles, Patty Mills jump shot. Everything you want to know about NBA 2K25 is in this video. Drop a like. Let's get it to 10,000 likes, and let's get into it. And let's talk about dribbling. Okay, there was a lot of things floating around the internet about how you could not speed boost on this game. I don't know. Listen, y'all gotta be careful who y'all talk to. You can speed boost on 2K25. Okay, let's chill. You can speed boost. Okay? Was it different? Absolutely. Is it gonna take us a little while to figure out how to speed boost out of every single move on the game? Of course.
Should I make a center? Should I make a center or a guard?
Just like 2K24, in the beginning of the game, nobody could speed boost out of stuff. People were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like 2 months, right? It took us a while. People thought you had to have Kyrie Irving dribble style to speed boost. And then we realized, okay, you got to do a hezzy out of each dribble move, and then you can burst cleanly.
I'm gonna make a center, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Like that along the lines
I'm a horsey.
For 25 as well. We just gotta find the sauce. People like Young Dirk and Koza were doing a lot more dribble labbing than me. I just tested it a little bit. I speed boosted with De'Aaron Fox, with John Morant, with LeBron James. And for those of you that were also wondering, LeBron hotback is back. Yeah, you still get the big hotback. And for the small guards, I mean, Chris Paul's got the same thing. So LeBron hotback is back. You're gonna be doing it.
Chris Paul with the Spurs, bruh? Chris Paul, you getting hopped around? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, gang?
The combos, the quick little combos that like Steph Curry has to like dance behind a screen, and John Morant right there to like get into the mid-range, they felt pretty smooth, pretty clean. I labbed up a little bit. You know, you could spam like the jaw aggressive breakdown.
Oh, this is I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro. Hold on, bro. Very, very cute. Very demure. I love that speed. You saw that, chat? You saw that? I like that. I like that a lot.
And I chained together some decent little moves. In my opinion, the big players almost moved better than the small players. But like, look at them.
Really? If the big players move better than the small players, bro, Oh my gosh, chat. If the big players move better than the small players, bro, Ronnie, you got me, bro. This is what we've been waiting for.
Speed boosting with De'Aaron Fox, like, no problem. And this was me labbing for like 5 to 10 minutes, you know? So that whole thing, people were tweeting, oh, there's no speed boosting. I don't know what these people, I don't know if they played the same game as me, but you see the cross launch on the crossover right there.
What up, Joey?
Little like quick, I guess kind of quick stop pull up. The magic crossover into like the John Wall crossover to the hoop right here. There's definitely going to be some ways to get open. We just gotta, 20 minutes of labbing the demo game at Community Day is not enough. It's going to take a little while. You see the John Wall.
See, this is what we've been waiting for, 2K. Because LeBron, KD, Tatum, they move quick in real life. Why are you making the game seem like they don't move quick in real life, bro? This is what we've been wanting, bro. It took you 5 years to realize this, 2K? 5 years. Feel me? Like, come on, bruh.
Snatchback from last year. There's a lot of ways that we're going to figure out to get open, whether you're on a bigger player, a smaller player. You can speed boost. Dribbling is different, 100%. Just like every other year. We got to lab it up. We got to find out the best SIGs. We're using NBA players. NBA players, even a Kyrie Irving, De'Aaron Fox, a Trae Young, they do not have optimized SIGs. They have a couple good SIGs, but they don't have like your My Player where you have, one of the best animations in every category. They might have 1 or 2 or 3 good dribble moves in their package of whatever it is, 10 dribble moves, let's say. Well, your My Player has 10 good animations. All animations you have are good and give you clean bursts and clean movement. These guys are, they're NBA players. They have their actual SIGs. Some of them.
I'm either making a power forward, small forward, or a center, bro. I ain't gonna lie to y'all, bro.
Are trash. Some of their SIGs are trash. Just a bug almost hit me in the eye. Some of their SIGs are trash every year, right? So let's relax. I think we're gonna be fine. Just like at the beginning of 24, it felt stiff, it felt slow. Nobody could figure out how to move cleanly and speed boost. And like I said, people were spamming Magic Johnson crossover for like a month or two. We're going to figure it out. When it comes to Steezo's going to go crazy on this game. I was able to like dribble backwards a little bit, and
I see how he's moving, chat. Golly.
I'm not Steezo. Steezo's going to go absolutely insane on this game. All right, so let's look at the new shot timing profile. You have layup timing and shot timing profiles. So for layup timing, you have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. You still have your shot timing visual cue. At least in the demo version, you couldn't create the custom cue that they had talked about, so you could just choose from the ones from last year. So I put it on push. And then for the shot timing profile, you see it's set to difficulty based, which is basically it just automatically adjusts depending on the difficulty you're playing on. So I don't know how that's going to work with online gameplay, if that's going to be an option.
Shut up, nerd.
You still have real player percentage, low, normal, and high risk. And essentially,
I don't care what he's talking about. I'm busting everybody's cheeks, chat. Pause. I'm making a center. Glass cleaner, 99 overall. I'm cooking everybody. I'm cooking everybody, bro. This is what I'm good at, chat. This is what I'm good at. Okay? I'm a hooper. I'm not a Fortniter, bro. I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. I'm not. I'm not a geek. Building and no, I'm not doing that, bro. I'm just not. Okay? This is what we do here. This is what we do. This is what we do.
You can read the descriptions here, but the higher the risk you go, the more your timing matters. And I'm going to be honest, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or you're just extremely new to 2K, after testing normal and high risk and all these options, everyone's going to play on high risk. Like everyone that plays the game and is, I'd say, average to above average, unless you have bad Wi-Fi, you're going to play on high risk because it gives you more control over whether you green or not. And shooting on high risk, as you're going to see, even with low 3-point ratings, I was still able to spark. So here's what I was talking about. You see, I have it set to high risk reward on your shot timing profile, okay? And I'm using Ja Morant here. The difficulty is on Hall of Fame, and we're going to go in and we're going to check out Ja's 3-point rating. It is a 78 3-point rating, and I did go look at his badges after. He has no limitless range, so not even bronze limitless range. He's got a few shooting badges, if I remember correctly, but I just looked to see if he had limitless. It's on Hall of Fame, and like I was You know, this is using Ja's jump shot base with no jump shot boost. I don't think he had any 3-point hot zones. And I was still able to just green. So in my opinion, if you're not using high risk, high reward, you're going to be at an extreme disadvantage, especially when you play against other good players. Like I said, unless you have bad Wi-Fi or something, you're going to be on that high risk. Now, the next thing I wanted to test was limitless range. It's on Hall of Fame, and I'm shooting from the logo. Steph has Hall of Fame limitless range. So, you know, this year you can get legend limitless range.
Legend.
But no NBA players that we played on had legend badges. So I wasn't able to test any legend badges. But as you can see, I can shoot from basically the center circle with Hall of Fame limitless. Now, Steph does have a 99.3, but he only has.
These documents show how Mark Robinson and his wife owned and
God, we
operated
don't care.
that endangered kids. Electrical outlets uncovered. At times,
We gotta watch
didn't
this whole
have
thing,
heat or
Chad.
electricity. Even left babies unattended. You can read more here.
As Hoff limitless, so it's gonna be interesting to see what that legend limitless is like. Let's move on. All right, let's talk about the new stick shooting. Okay, obviously we've read about it. Now this is it in action. Basically, it gives you two timings. It gives you a feedback on the first initial push of the stick in terms of your timing, and then it gives you a second reading at the bottom that talks about your tempo. Now, if you green both the timing and the tempo, you make it every time from what I saw. If you green one or the other, you make it a decent amount of the time. But as you see in this screenshot, you got the timing and the tempo. And, you know, right here, I got great timing, great tempo. So they're both green. You make the shot every time from what I saw. Okay. But the main problem I think is going to come with this is, let's look at the two situations. First of all, catch and shoot. When you're catching and shooting using the stick shooting, it seemed like there was a slight delay. Like there was a little bit of a hitch in terms of how fast you could get the shot off. And maybe I was just doing it wrong because it was the first time playing the game. But even people that I talked to, they kind of said they felt like they could shoot much quicker. Like you could instantly shoot the ball if you shot with the button on catch and shoots. And there was that slight hitch, slight delay using.
Bro, who's shooting with a stick though? Like, I'm not shooting with a stick, bro. I'm just not. I'm pressing my square button, bro. That's how I always done it. I don't know who came up with that. Yo, Ronnie, like, this is for dribbling, ain't it? Why am I shooting with that? Let's be for real, bro.
Using the stick, which obviously is going to lead to your shot getting contested more because you can't get the shot off as quickly. The other situation besides catch and shoot is dribbling, and obviously it's something new, and I was only experimenting with it for a few minutes on this demo version of 2K25, but to go from comboing dribble moves to then shooting with the stick, it felt very awkward, and maybe that's just because it's new. If I had to guess whether people are going to use it or not, I would say majority of people will not use this. Kind of like the shot aiming back in 2K21.
Bro, let's be for real. Curry's shooting from right here, bro.
I think it was 2K21, if y'all remember that. I feel like it's going to kind of be like that. You'll get a few people experimenting with it, but for the most part, people are going to stick with that button shooting, especially with the high risk option. I just feel like it was so consistent, even with that, even with Ja Morant, with the 78 3 ball. Like imagine, you know, my players with much higher ratings, with jump shot boost, with hot zones, lethal zones, etc., etc. Y'all, you guys understand what I'm saying. The one situation I think I could see people potentially using the stick shooting is on fades. Now, these clips are from my boy Swag. He was testing it out, and he said it felt really good when he was just kind of running to the side and shooting like a mid-range fade. So maybe people will use that. He said he would kind of experiment with it more and consider it. But for someone like me who's typically ISOing, I don't see myself comboing up and creating space and then using the stick to shoot. So experiment with it as you want. I'll probably test it out a little bit more, but I think I'm just going to be shooting with the button on that high risk, high reward. Go-to shots. These are actually pretty cool. How effective will they be? I'm not sure. And did they soup up the green window on these? I don't know, because I was greening reds and yellows on these like crazy. And yes, this is on Hall of Fame. That is a very tight red coverage that we're going to get into shortly. On Hall of Fame difficulty over Michael Jordan, who has straight Hall of Fame defensive badges. Here's another one right here with
KD.
Kevin Durant. And it's a
FaceTime.
greened another red contest.
Oh, Joey!
So the go-to shots, the reason I like them is just because they look really, really nice. Aesthetically, they are very pleasing. They look very, like, they literally, as a fan of the NBA, they look just like the player movements from real life. Now, some of them are a little slow and they don't create a lot of space. So I don't know how much people will actually use them in like online gameplay. But the one thing that is good about these, as we read in the courtside report, if you watched that video or read about it yourself, you can, at any moment out of those combinations, you can speed boost out of it. You can also, at any moment, as you, let's say you go tween, behind the back, tween, hop. At any moment in that sequence, you can do a different dribble move. So let's say I go tween, behind the back, tween, and then I want to just do like an escape and run right. I can escape and run right at any moment within that whole sequence. And that's like the shot canceling feature that they were talking about. And I was a little skeptical because I was like, well, on past 2Ks, you could shot cancel, like you do a hop jumper, you just don't shoot it, right? You do a hop jumper and then just like run out of it. But it was much smoother, like they said, I will say. So we'll have to experiment with it. I'm sure everyone's gonna find like the one or two good like signature go-to shot that creates a ton of space or allows you to like really hop away and then like combo out of that and get to the basket or whatever. People are always gonna find like the most effective ones and use them online. But from a visual standpoint, they looked really good. And I don't know if they souped up the green windows, like I said, but I was green and contested signature go-to shots a lot, and all the gameplay you see in this video is on Hall of Fame. Off dribble shooting, for those of you that love the mid-range and love the hop jumpers and fades and all that, it felt really good. I'll be honest, like, I mean, obviously I'm using Kevin Durant and some other really good high-rated players, but it felt very greenable. Yellows, reds, I think the mid-range is going to be lethal again on this game. Like, it's going to be something people can go to with the front fades, the side fades, the back fades, the hop jumpers, spin shots, all the stuff that all you like midi loving players loved about 24. Damn. I feel like the mid-range is going to be just as effective on this game.
Wemby's not.
Yeah, whether you're shooting the signature shots, the hop shots, the fades, the mid-range is definitely going to be back this year, in my opinion. Of course, I'm just playing against the AI, but I think I get a pretty good sense of it from what I tested, and middies are going to be good yet again. Let's get into meter dunking. Now, the first thing you might see, the actual meters, there is no green window that it shows. So in order to determine whether it's a good or a bad dunk attempt, I'm not really sure. It's a bit of guesswork. Did it feel good? Oh, it still felt good. Yep, it still felt real good. I did not green all of them, so it wasn't like super duper easy to the point that you could just be brain dead and do it. All of these are on Hall of Fame, but as I said, there's no green window to tell you if it's like in 24, for example, you'd say, oh, it's a big meter or a small meter. You know, they talked about the dunk meter logic was going to change.
I know y'all want to hate, bro, but this game looks different. It looks different. Let's keep it a stack. It looks different.
And it wasn't just going to be straight up big or straight up tiny. Like, there was going to be in between, but we don't even know if they're, we don't really even know what is considered an in between or what's considered a big meter, small meter. We don't know any of that because when you go up, regardless of which of the three dunk meters you pick, it doesn't show you a green window. And the same is for standing dunks that we're going to get into in a second. So I guess it's going to be a lot of trial and error on what's a good take and what's like super greenable. The one thing I will say is going against smaller play, like Ja dunking on a guard, definitely felt a lot easier as I miss one on Dinwiddie. I mean, I show that. The one thing I will say is the opponent, the defender mattered. For example, like trying to dunk on Draymond felt a lot more difficult than trying to dunk on a guard, like a Kyrie Irving or something. Like, it definitely felt like the defender's attributes and badges mattered more than it did on 24, which overall is a good thing. I think that makes sense. But like I said, without being able to see the green window, you really don't know what's a good or a bad take. It's going to be a lot of trial and error. Did it still feel good? Absolutely. Let's get into shot contest. So they took away percentages. And from what I understand, there won't be percentages in the real game either. So there's wide open. I think there's open. And then there's light pressure, which is a yellow contest. And then there's tight, which is a red contest. And then another degree that I saw was very tight, but it was also red colored. So
hey, you know what? I'm tight. It's just, I'm sorry.
It's just like obviously a heavier contested tight shot, but we don't know like how much more of an effect that has. Now, the bigger question I have is some of these shot contest systems. So I just have 2 examples here because I don't want to go on and on for hours and hours, but check this out. Okay, KD pulls up, it's a light pressure, okay, shooting it over Brook Lopez. Now let's check out this MJ fade over Dwayne Wade. That's a red. So let's break this picture down.
Ooh.
I froze it at the release point of both of their jump shots. If you see the first one on the left with Dwayne Wade, I reached. I'm the defender in this situation. I tried to like get a strip animation or something like that. So there is no hand even above Michael Jordan's waist at the time of him releasing that fade. And I got a red contest. Now on the flip side over here with Kevin Durant, Brook Lopez contested this shot pretty damn well. Like his hand is all the way up basically by Durant's wrist, almost right by his hand. It might be like one of those in real life where you shoot and the defender.
But Kevin Durant's taller. Height matters.
You know, you high five the defender as you release the ball. Like he's right there, and that's a yellow. So that makes me think maybe Dwayne Wade's perimeter is much higher than Brook Lopez's. Maybe his challenger is much higher, or is it going to go back to contests where it just really depends on where you're standing? Like if you're in the hitbox probably isn't the right term, but you understand what I'm saying. If you're like right up against the defender, even without a hand up, is it going to be a red this year? Because I'm going to be honest, though, the jump shot that KD's taking looks a hell of a lot more contested than the one that Michael Jordan's taking. And like I said, the Jordan contest was a red and the KD contest was a yellow. I'm not really sure about this. I'm not really sure. Obviously, online gameplay will be the ultimate determining factor on like how we feel about shot contests, but this was just something that I noticed when I was going back over all the gameplay that I had, and I was like, man, like that looks way more contested than the other one, and the other one registered as a red. So I'm not really sure how I feel about shot contests, and I can't really give you guys a good answer on if it's better, worse, or the same, or whatever the case may be, as opposed to 24. So this is one. My bad. I'm just showing you these.
It's like he's. I don't know if you realize what he said, but bro, KD's taller, so there's of course it's not gonna be a red mark. You know what I'm saying?
Example, I can't give you an answer on this one. So let's talk about them taking away the percentages real quick. Immediately my brain goes, man, like there's a big difference between a 6% yellow contest and a 36% yellow contest. And we're not gonna know that this year. So does that mean every single light contest is exactly the same? Does that mean, you know, obviously depending on the level of your challenger and your perimeter defense, does that make it easier to get a red contest instead of a yellow? Or is it just across all, you know, is whatever's a yellow is a yellow regardless of badges, but then because of the level of the badge will be like how effective that yellow contest is. It just kind of raises a lot of questions about how effective shot contests are going to be, because you're not going to really know in great detail what level the contest is. It's just either open, wide open, yellow, or red. Like there's no more information than that. And from what I was told, it's not getting added to the real game. Like this, the way it was in the demo is how it's going to be in the game. Let's talk about some standing dunks, some paint mash, something for you centers. Now, standing dunks, first of all, were really OP in 24 because of the jab step. No more jab steps in the paint. Every time you try to jab step, you see right here, it's just you pump fake, pump fake, pump fake. There's no more, you can't Kobe jab in the paint or do any triple threat jab in the paint. Now, the one thing I will say about the standing meter dunks, just like the driving meter dunks, because there's no green window, you don't really know what is a good one and a bad one. So it's going to, again, be a lot of trial and error. Did I green some? Absolutely. You can also still standing contact dunk with X. I got a couple of those in there in the...
Greatness hurts.
Gosh!
Care without limits.
Hey, this game come out in September. I'm tripping.
A limited amount of time where I was testing this.
I'm gonna get it right when they drop
paint mashing. Until we play against other human beings is going to be tough to really get a read on it. But one thing I will say is like moving people out of the way and going up with close shots
money.
feel pretty effective. Obviously, all these guys have high close shot like Giannis and Wembanyama, but look at like Giannis pushing Kevin Durant in and then going up and getting a layup, still greening it over light pressure. I feel like paint mashing could be determined a lot more this year off of potentially close shot, but more importantly, having some.
Hey, BSG, you getting the game, BSG? Yo, Joey, you getting the game, Joey? Y'all getting the game or not?
Post control, because without the jab step, to be able to create the space and be able to create the room that you need to be able to standing dunk or standing layup, I feel like could be a challenge, because that was the main reason on 24 it was so good, because of the jab. The jab would get you that separation, get the defender off of you, and then you could go up. But without having the jab, you're going to have to go to other ways. And maybe post control becomes a little bit more important for a center who's looking to be an offensive option down low. We'll have to wait and see, like I said, until we play online, because just against the AI, it's never really a true read on how it's going to be. All right, let's get into some layups. Now, layups on 24 were really good, and as the year went on, more and more people found out about how good they were, and people started making the Devin Booker floater builds. The animation is still in the game. I didn't test it for too long, so I just got a couple clips for you there. I missed one, I made one. But also in the game, scoopers. Scoopers are back. You still get the cheese body-to-body scooper animation. They did not remove that. Now, the thing about this is, I don't even know if the devs know this is in the game. Like, once people found this move out, they did it a lot in Pro-Am. I know some people did it in the stage. It was a bit more of a sweaty move, but basically, you could just body through somebody even if they had a 99 strength and you had no strength. Strength had nothing to do with it, and that's why I'm not sure the devs even know this is in the game. So that body-to-body, like, scooper cheese layup animation is still a thing, and it is still very effective. I greened some yellows with it, and most of them said open. Now, also with that, there's some cool new animations like that, where it's like the dude's kind of pushing LeBron in the back, and it just looks cool, and overall, layups did feel very, very effective. Now, again, it's against the AI. Like, we have to wait and see how it feels online, but overall, layups, they felt good. The D-Book floater's back, the scooper's back. Even if you don't get the scooper cheese layup, like where you the body-to-body scooper cheese, just even regular scoopers felt good. I greened a lot of layups, and then even like with the smaller players, like if they take you out of a dunk, you can green the layup. Those of you that were asking me to test the layups, I would definitely say for those of you that love layup builds and all that, it's definitely going to be viable again. There might even be some good new layup animations. We'll have to wait and see, you know, if we find like something even better than the D-Book floater this year or whatever. But definitely was fun to do the layups.
Bro, if this game is actually, it's like, I feel so bad, bro. Like, dude, I give 2K the benefit of the doubt every freaking year, bro, and they always let me down, dog. I always waste my money on this, man. Bro, it's like, okay, I said last year I'll give y'all a shot, dude. At this point, bro, shut it all down, bro. Just shut it down. If this game is not good, just shut the corporation down, bro. Hire new people, because this is not it, bro. You feel me? Like, we want to like the game. I don't think people are hating just to hate. You feel me? So it's like, just make the game good, dog. Like, man. You know? You know what I mean, chat? Did I end stream? Oh, never mind.
There's some cool new animations that I noticed, and for those like more sweaty players, the D-Book's back, the body-to-body scoopers are back. Those are all still going to be really effective. Now let's talk about some defense. Pluck steals were kind of tough to test, but for those locks that want bump steals back, I'm going to go out on a limb and say they are back, because I was blitzing the computer on Hall of Fame, and anytime my body hit that ball, the ball popped free. So those lockdowns that were frustrated all of 24 with not being able to get the bump steals they feel they were able to get, or they feel they should have got, I should say, I think
a
you'll be able to get
lockdown.
bump steals like crazy this year. Like, look at
Last cleaning lockdown.
It's on
I'm
Hall of
blue.
Fame, and I'm just blitzing it. Like, anytime my body hit that ball, it popped free. And testing plucks with the NBA players against the AI is just difficult because not a lot of the guys have like Hall of Fame glove with 99 steal.
I think it's
like,
only right because
lockdown wood, or anytime I did go for a reach on the ball, I did not get it. Now there's no right stick ripper, and when I tested it in 24, I was getting a ton of on-ball steals. I didn't test it for very long this year because I had a limited amount of time and I had to get in the builder and all that, but to me, the main thing that stood out for steals was bump steals. That bump steals felt like they were like really effective. Like if you position yourself correctly and you get your body onto that basketball, it's gonna pop free from the ball handler, which in my opinion takes more skill than getting a pluck steal anyway. So I don't think that's a bad thing. I'm not sure about pluck steals, but they definitely didn't feel how they felt when I tested 2K24 last year at Community Day. Maybe I didn't test them enough, but I will say, in the demo mode that I played here, this demo version of the game, bump steals felt really, really good. Some more.
Joe knows. Joe knows. I'm trusting you, bro. I'm trusting you. I'm gonna trust you, bro.
Defense. The bumps that you could get on the ball handler felt good. That on-ball menace, I think that's what they said was like the new clamps, as you see it popping up in the top right-hand corner. You can get a lot of bumps, but like Bill Cartwright right there getting that little blow-by animation on Chris Bosh, I don't think the bumps are like so OP to the point that people won't be able to move. Obviously, I think it's going to depend on what build is playing against what build, what the strength is, what the immovable forcer is, what the lightning launch is on, all that. But Bill Cartwright right there got a blow-by animation moving in slow motion against Chris Bosh. But then I also got some really good bump animations with LeBron against Scottie Pippen. So hopefully it's balanced, and hopefully it's not just super RNG whether you get a good bump or they get a blow by. Hopefully it actually does depend on momentum and badges and attributes and all that. Tough to say against the AI, like I said, but once we get into online gameplay, I think within a couple weeks we will definitely have our answer. And we touched on paint defense a little bit already when we were talking about the meter dunks, but it felt pretty good in terms of like if you kept your body between somebody in the hoop, you can definitely wall up. Chase down block right there with LeBron. Definitely can still, chase people down. Nothing crazy there. But did the computer make some red layups on me? Absolutely. Did they make some yellows on me? Absolutely. I think it all depends on your positioning and then also your rating and your badges. Anytime I feel like I was on a good enough defender and I got my body in position to stop a drive, I feel like I got the stop pretty consistently. Also, when I was doing the meter dunks, like I said, it was much harder to meter dunk on a Draymond Green than it was on a Kyrie Irving. So I think size, but then
I'm making a 8 feet glass cleaning lockdown, bro. That's what I'm about to make.
Also, attributes matter. Like Draymond's defense and badges are definitely a lot better than Kyrie's when it comes to inside. So I think that's also a big factor to take into consideration. But we'll have to wait and see. Okay, here we go again. Post scores. Well, every year, bro. Every year. They're going to be godly, bro. They're going to be godly. I'm telling you that right now. You still get the spin throw animations. The post hooks felt good. The post fades felt good. And Joel only has gold post badges. So there's 2 tiers up, right? You can go to you can go to Hoff, and then you could go to Legend. So a pure post scorer with Legend post badges.
Glass cleaning, lockdown post score. That's what I'm about to make. I don't know.
Just get ready, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just get ready. They're back. They are back again. They are back again. The fades felt obviously Embiid has a really good mid-range rating and post control rating and all that. So the fades with him did feel extremely good. I don't think we're gonna have as high a rating on if you made a 7-3 post score. But I guess potentially you could if you went small wingspan. But anyways, my point is post scores are back. They're going to be godly. You can still throw people. The drop steps felt really, really good. The hooks, the fades. This was with gold badges. Imagine Legend. Y'all get the point. On and on and on. Post scores, yet again, they're going to be godly. Another thing to test was the blowout dribble. Now you do it with flicking the right stick up. And I'll be honest, it did feel better than 2K24. It definitely felt like you could actually kind of get downhill with it. In terms of just getting separation from the opponent, it did feel better, but I was playing against the AI. Of course, we got to see when there's another human being sprinting as fast as he can to try to catch up to you. When it comes to ankle breakers, I really only got one, and I didn't even do it on purpose, and it was on a hop jumper, unfortunately. So, are ankle breakers back? Are they going to be effective? I'm not really sure. The one thing I will say was when I was dribbling on the perimeter a lot, I would get oohs and ahs from the crowd, and like I wasn't getting any crazy ankle breaker. It was almost like I was getting stun animations just from doing like small little combos. So it almost seemed like it worked as ankle breaker, but also tight handles. If y'all remember tight handles, we get those stun animations. And it wasn't like anything crazy in terms of the stuns.
That presents problems, guys.
Thank you, David.
But I heard the crowd every time I saw the defender wobble, even just a little bit, you know, ooh, ah. We'll see once we get online. I didn't like spam to get ankle breakers all that often, but everyone else I talked to said they barely got any. All right, a lot of you guys asked me about Patty Mills' jump shot because it was so good in 24, and I'm gonna be honest, it's still fast. Obviously, this is the actual Patty Mills jump shot. I wasn't able to create a custom Patty Mills with different releases, but it is still really fast. It feels relatively the same as last year. Depending on shot contests and depending on, obviously, once, you know, 2K Labs gets in and tests all the green window sizes for the bases and the releases and all that, it'll determine if it's going to be the best shot in the game again. But in terms of speed and visual looks and everything, I mean, Patty was still pattying. I'm gonna be honest, Patty was still pattying, so it might be one of the best shots on the game again. We'll have to see. And a big determining factor on why Patty Mills was the best shot on 24 was the contest system. Just for whatever reason, just Patty would just register opens almost all the time. Like even the 5% contests on 24 looked like they should have been reds. Like it was crazy in terms of negating contests. That's why it really was a crazy, crazy shot on 24. So we'll have to see how that plays out on 25, but it is still on 25 and it's still fast and it looks the same. So for those of you that wanted me to test Patty, there's your quick little review. Well, that's my NBA 2K25 gameplay breakdown. If you're looking for my NBA 2K25 My Player Builder breakdown, click that video on the screen right there.
Oh, shoot. Oh, I want to watch that so bad. But I'm not going to do it today. Chat, I think this game is promising, bro. I think this game is gonna be good. It's different. It's not gonna be like the other games. I'm praying for it. I hope it's good. I hope, bro. I just hope.